Hello, Steve White, TrickBoy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, I just want to do a short video on the first look at Star Trek Lower Decks. Now, I tried to do a video about this and the San Diego Comic Con panel, universe panel and stuff, but I just got so caught up in that I just pretty much forgot about this, so I just thought I'd do a separate little video. And also I just want to make a thumbnail with the new shot of the space dock. Okay, so yes, we got a little sample which apparently is the first minute and 45 seconds of the first episode. I'm guessing after the titles, unless the titles are after this because there's no titles. And it does indeed start off with three beautiful shots. You see a space dock, a movie era, which they of course use for Next Gen as well. Space dock in space with a couple of ships, and your captain's log, and it's just almost like you're in Next Gen again. Then they show two beautiful shots of the Cerritos in space dock as the captain's log continues, and you show the bridge crew, and then it's revealed that it's is it Baumer? I've forgotten the name of the character. It says, but that's not what we do, basically. So it just cuts off, and we already knew that he was doing the captain's log and it wasn't the actual captain. And then of course the other character breaks in. I've forgotten her name as well. Oops, who cares? We'll get used to them. We'll get used to their names eventually. She bursts in and makes fun of him, and we saw a bit of that before, and she seemed very erratic and weird. And it showed in the scene, because it's the whole scene, that she was actually drunk, that she'd been on the space station drinking, and she'd brought in a haul of things, and she had like Cleon Batlef and Romulan ale and just a bunch of stuff, and she was just carrying on and drunk and crazy and bullying him and hassling him and putting him down for like aspiring and trying to fantasize about being, you know, in this position he wants to be in one day, which is a captain, I guess. And the scene ends with a moment that's not funny. There's nothing funny about the scene or anything, where she's flinging the Batlef around and cuts a chunk out of his leg. And like I said, it wasn't funny. My reaction was, oh my god. It was like just, oh no. Even though it was a cartoon, I don't know. It probably has to do with the fact that, I don't know if you can see these scars here, but I accidentally cut myself and went for a window, front door window pane once. And I'm not good with big chunks being cut into people. I've seen chunks of myself, so it was a little traumatizing, but that's all. It wasn't funny or interesting or aspiring. And the thing about the preview, which kind of gave me some hope, was I did feel like it gave a sense of space is inspiring and aspirational, and a place these characters want to be. They want to be in Starfleet. They want to be out exploring space. That it's exciting or positive again. But I'm seeing less of that in the show and what I'm hearing about the show, and just the whole idea of dumbing down Star Trek, making a sort of lowbrow sort of comedy for Star Trek to try and get those people to watch Star Trek, the people who like that sort of comedy and that sort of show. It's not going to work. They're not, I mean, Star Trek is a niche show, and trying to turn it into every other show in the media to try and get all the audience, it's just about trying to get numbers and trying to be popular, and it's undermining Star Trek's character and Star Trek's soul, basically. And I had hopes for the show, but they are diminishing, because maybe this again is just another really bad moment, like one of the only bad moments of the show, but you know, because they're targeting these other people, non-Star Trek fans, that this is what they're showing, and the rest of the show is going to be more like a traditional Star Trek show, just with a couple of little moments like this for the other audience. That's what I'm hoping we get, which is what I felt the Orville was in the first season. So I'm still optimistic. I don't know, it's like a sickness. It's like I still have hope that this can be good, and it could be worth watching, and it could be Star Trek. But it's diminishing, it's dwindling, and the more I hear the people talk who are in charge of Star Trek, the more I worry, because they seem to have the opposite views of what Star Trek is from the fans, and they seem to be going in deliberately, knowingly going into another direction because that's what they want to make Star Trek into. Whether that's because they believed Star Trek was, or what they just think Star Trek should be now. And this is not totally going in that direction, but it's sort of part of that. The idea of creating a kids show for Star Trek to get kids in, when Star Trek always attracted kids, generations of kids, because it was fun and entertaining and exciting adventure. That's where you wanted to be. The fact that they had to create a kids show to try and bring kids back in kind of says it's not speaking to kids anymore, or to people in general anymore, the new shows. So I'm worried about it. I love Star Trek. I don't want to see it die. But then again, having it totally changed into something totally different for other people who didn't like the original Star Trek, even if there's an adequate number of them, isn't really what I want to see either. So I'm feeling less optimistic, and it's cruel. It's like you see this couple of shots and for a second you almost think you're watching Star Trek. Sigh. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Comments are fun. I'm going to go back to watching everyone else's videos about